A teacher in Louisiana was forcefully removed from a school board meeting and then promptly arrested and sent off to jail because she had the audacity to question a $38,000 raise that the superintendent was getting.
Damn.
While the teachers in the school district haven't received a raise in years. Deyshia Hargrave is her name, and we're about to show you some excellent reporting from KATC, a local station in Louisiana. Now, this is the area, or the school district, I should say, is known as the Vermilion Parish School System. And the superintendent told KATC Monday night that he called to ensure that police knew the school system was not pressing charges against her, but she was booked anyway. Now, during this meeting of the school board members, they were discussing whether or not they were going to give the superintendent a raise and whether or not they were going to renew his contract. They did decide to renew his contract. It's a 3-year contract, and they did decide to give him the $38,000 raise. Now, the teachers were not supposed to ask any questions, but the point was for people to be able to give public comment on this situation, because this is a use of taxpayer money and people should be able to voice their opinions. Well, apparently they didn't like her opinion and she got arrested. Take a look at this video from KATC.
Teacher Deyshia Hargrave spoke up during public comment.
Because it's basically taking out of the pockets of
Her issue, the superintendent's new contract.
a superintendent or any person in a position of leadership getting any type of raise. I feel like it's a slap in the face to all the teachers, cafeteria workers, and any other support staff we have. I have comments on
She received a warning. It was public comment only, not a question and answer session, although board officials were answering her questions.
You just vote.
After being called on a second time, that's when a city marshal stepped in.
Excuse me. Is it against policy to stand? Sir, do not.
This is the most disgraceful.
Hargrave left the meeting, but in the hallway,
Right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't. Can you explain? Are you kidding me?
Stop resisting.
I am not. You just pushed me to the floor. Sir, hold on. I am way smaller than you.
Hargrave has good reason to be upset at the pay disparity here, because if you take a look at this chart, graphic 51, you'll see the maximum amount that teachers in the school district can get paid. So if you are an educator with a PhD, the absolute maximum you can make is $58,861. Now, that's not a small amount of money, but it's still the maximum that you can make in the school district. And again, teachers haven't gotten a raise for years, and so they're frustrated at this situation. But if you look at the superintendent, as I mentioned, he got a $38,000 raise. His salary increased from $110,190 to $140,188.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a nice little boost there. I mean, that video, I think, especially like for people who watch the show a lot, and we see, especially the town hall stuff, like that video is America. Like a regular person stands up, says, hey, this seems kind of effed up, like someone who's already doing way better than us suddenly gets this huge influx of money and we're suffering here. And so you send in the authorities and they drag him out forcefully.
Drag a school teacher in southern Louisiana out like that. They're not pressing charges, the school district.
Yeah.
But they also, now the issue seems to be who it was that instructed the marshal to go over there. It was the marshal acting on his own, but I don't think it looked like he was acting on his own.
So I did a little digging to learn a little bit about the school board, and the person who ordered the marshal to take her out was Anthony Fontana. He is the head of the school board. He happens to be, as far as I can see, the only registered Republican on the school board.
He was in the video.
Yeah, he was in the video. You can see him give the nod, like get rid of her. And you're right in that we don't know whether or not the arrest happened because the marshal decided to do it, or if there was a member of the school board who told him to do it. But the superintendent does not want to press charges.
Right.
School district doesn't. She didn't do anything wrong. Oh, she asked a question, which by the way is an incredibly legitimate question. A, that's taxpayer money, and B, when are we going to look out for the educators here, who oftentimes have to spend money out of their own pocket to provide supplies for their students? When are we going to value those teachers? You know, and
once
you're right,
he hits 200,000 a year, then we'll start to value them, okay? He's still got a couple more bumps to come.
And you're right, John. The reason why this story stood out to me so much, aside from the fact that it has to do with education, which I care about a lot, is it's a microcosm of what's happening in this entire country right now, where you're not even able to question why the system is rigged against you economically. You're not even allowed to call out those in positions of power without worrying about retaliation. We're supposed to live in a country that values freedom of speech, that values being able to, speak the truth and fight for what you think is right. And we're seeing that get violated left and right all the time while we're distracted by nonsense. You want to talk about free speech issues. Free speech issues, sure, happen on college campuses where conservatives want to provoke protests. But more importantly, they happen in situations like this where the powerless continuously get crushed for no reason at all.
That's why those right-wingers are going to be doing videos about this.
Oh, sure, I'm sure they're very concerned about it.
I think that school board does care about freedom of speech, and they know that money is speech. They just wanted to give him a lot of speech, like 38,000 speeches more each year.
And the idea that this was just a comments, this was to air your comments, but no questions.
What did they want her to stand up and clap?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they did actually. I mean, that wouldn't have gotten her escorted and then later arrested. They threw her in jail. She had to post bond.
Well, and the thing is too, so obviously just what you saw there, terrible. But imagine if you're that woman, he comes up, he starts to push you down. If you pay attention to the news, you've seen that go way worse any number of times over the past few years, where she ends up with a terrible injury, ends up dead potentially. Like that sort of thing happens off of absolutely nothing, seemingly on a weekly or monthly basis in this country.
You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.